You were born to lead. But how do you lead according to the kingdom of God? Well, leadership according to the kingdom of God is the capacity to influence others, and it's motivated by a passion. It's generated by a vision. It is produced by a conviction, ignited by a purpose. Now, if all of that sounds like a bit much, stay tuned. We're talking about kingdom leadership according to the kingdom of God. Hi, I'm pastor, teacher, conference speaker Kevin Goodwin, and we are talking about leadership according to the kingdom of God. God created you to have dominion over all the vast resources of this earth. He said that you are to have dominion over the birds of the air, the fishes of the sea, the cattle of the field, and everything that creeps, over all the vast resources. God did not intend for you to manipulate, oppress, or control people. He wanted it done by proper management and by proper leadership. And so what we're going to do is we're going to unpack that definition I gave a little bit earlier about kingdom leadership. And we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way up. So the first thing is you are ignited by a purpose. Ignited by a purpose means that you've come to the realization that God has shown you what you are born to do, what your gifting is. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether your parents planned you or they didn't plan you, whether you were conceived in wedlock or out of wedlock. You know that you are here on this earth and you're supposed to be here on this earth. So that leads to the next step, conviction. It's produced a conviction in you. And what does that mean? A conviction means that you have a firm belief that you are supposed to do something of significance before you die. A lot of people, they will go through their life and they say, you know what, if I were to die, no one would care. It's no big deal. That's a lie. That is not kingdom leadership. We need you. We need your gift. And you are here for such a time as this to remove some burden and to destroy some yoke. And it's almost a spiritual thing. So that will lead to the next level. And that is that you see yourself. The doctor sees himself doing healing. The author sees herself writing the book. The singer sees himself on the stage. The business owner sees himself running his business. And that is, it's generated by a vision. You see yourself doing that thing. That's a powerful thing because that leads to the next level. And the next level is that you're motivated by an almost uncontrollable energy to see that thing manifested. It's passion. It is generated by, motivated by a passion. You don't need an alarm clock to wake you up in the morning. Your passion wakes you up in the morning. See, your passion will produce not only inspiration, and we'll get to that in a second, but it produces perspiration. You're working on something here. You don't have time to be hanging around foolishness. You're working on something here, and it produces, you've got so much energy to manifest what you saw in the picture. You have found something you're willing to die for. Martin Luther King had found something he was willing to die for. Harriet Tubman had found something she was willing to die for. Nelson Mandela had found something he was willing to die for. You haven't lived until you have found something that you're willing to die for. And that is, you're motivated by the passion. Now, people are going to begin to say, man, this is all this person is talking about. This author is all they're talking about is the writing of the book. The businessman, all he's talking about it. And now they are inspired, they're mentally stimulated by what it is that you're doing. And that's, you now, they're looking, man, what can I do to help you to manifest the vision that God gave you? And now you have influence with them. They are willing to give of their resources, their time, their effort, because you're doing something that is good and is right and is pure, and they feel better about themselves when they're helping you manifest this thing. And by doing so, indirectly, by definition, you become their leader. We'll give you an example. Let's go Martin Luther King Jr. You know, he'd say, okay, we want to have we need to have a march. Well, he didn't order any, he didn't control anybody, he didn't make anybody, but people start putting that, I'll be there, I'll be there. And somebody else would say, well, you know, my knees are bad, but I can cook if you need me to cook. And somebody would say, well, you know what, we can put people in my truck. And by definition, he gave the vision, they wanted to be part, he now became their leader. So leadership, to recap, leadership is that capacity to influence others through inspiration. And it's motivated by the passion, and it's generated by the vision, and it's produced by the conviction, ignited by the purpose. Until next time, bye-bye.